to represent the town of Enfield along with 63 other towns in the 2nd Congressional District. And again, I want to thank everyone for joining us here this morning. I particularly want to thank the town of Enfield, the mayor, council members who are here, the town manager for agreeing to host this event for one of their special residents and citizens here in this community, Ernie Maynard. And I also want to thank the Patriot Riders for joining us here this morning. Lori Gates, who lives in Enfield, who, again, is just this incredibly loyal and diligent supporter of veterans activities and events here in this community, helped arrange for this morning. And thank you, Lori, for helping out here today. So, and to the veteran service organizations who are also here. Again, the Enfield veterans groups that are here. If you guys want to come on up and join us to be with Ernie, you're certainly more than welcome. So this morning we're here to do a presentation of a very special medal, the Ambassador for Peace Medal, which honors those who served in the Korean War. And just by way of a little bit of background, Ernie, who has been to our office many times, he's good friends with Karen Wesalisa, who works in the Enfield office, just kind of came by, said hello, had a nice conversation, and dropped off a press clip that he asked her to investigate, which described this new initiative by the South Korean government to say thank you to those who served back in the 1950s during the Korean War. It again is something that is available out there for Korean War veterans. By the way, it's also available to families of Korean War veterans if they have passed on. You can. This medal is available posthumously as well. And I have to say, when we first saw the press clip, and Ryan McKenna, who's my veterans caseworker in our office, 2 tours over in the Middle East and officer in the Air Force Reserves to this day, he hadn't heard of it, and he's been in a lot of veterans meetings over the years, and we kind of were not 100% sure whether this thing really was going to materialize, but sure enough, when he reached out to the Korean embassy, got in touch with the right person, they explained the process, which is basically getting discharge papers, the DDG 214, to show that somebody served in that theater during a set time frame. This turned around literally within weeks. I mean, it was really a very pretty friendly process in terms of getting the this medal here today, which we'll present in a second or so. And again, frankly, it really shows that the Korean people still remember and appreciate what Ernie and thousands of others did back in the early 1950s. Sometimes the Korean War is called the Forgotten War or the Unknown War. And you know, I don't have to say why. I mean, frankly, the focus in terms of, media and, attention, is sort of in other places than what was a very, difficult and challenging effort. But the folks in Korea haven't forgotten it, and it certainly isn't an unknown war for the people who live there and still appreciate what Ernie and his band of brothers and sisters did in terms of a very difficult and challenging conflict. So, Ernie, just for those of you who don't know his full story, he actually is more than a Korean War veteran. He also served in World War II. He was part of General Patton's Third Army, came home and then was recalled and sent overseas again to Korea, and certainly earned this medal and to the maximum degree. His previous medals that he's been awarded include the American Campaign Medal, the European, African, Middle Eastern Campaign Medal, the Army of Occupation Medal, the World War II Victory Medal, the Korean Service Medal with 3 Bronze Service Stars, the United Nations Medal, which was awarded, again, to those who served in Korea, the National Defense Medal, the President Unit Citation, the Republic of Korea Presidential Unit Citation, the World War II Ruptured Duck Honorable Discharge Button, and the Expert Marksmanship Badge, Rifle and Carbine. And, pretty amazing guy. And he's here joined with his family, who, again, are part of his life story. So, like so many others, came back to this community and just, again, contributed in so many ways in terms of raising a beautiful family, being part of the local economy, and obviously participating and contributing to veterans events over the years. So, Ernie, thank you, number one, for educating all of us about this opportunity that exists out there. But obviously, primarily, we're here today to honor you and your amazing service. And again, if you'd like to say a few words, the floor is yours.
I just want to thank everybody involved, especially the community, because this is a veterans town as far as I'm concerned. We care more about our veterans than any other town that I know of. And I'm so proud to be a citizen. I've been here for 91 years, and let me tell you, I've enjoyed most of all these years. And I have no regrets of what I did in the service. I did what I was told to do, and I came back in one piece. I've never been wounded, and I went to the hospital once, but a sore back, but that's past. And I want to thank everybody, especially the community, the citizens of this town. Can't ask for anything like this anymore. It's just amazing that the people, they go to parades and they stand on the corner, whether it's raining or signing or what. They're great. You're all beautiful people as far as I'm concerned. Thank you.
So we'll step down here. Okay, so when we received the medal, which you'll see here in a second, we also received a certificate from the government of South Korea, and just want to read it to you quickly. Ambassador for Peace Official Proclamation. It is a great honor and pleasure to express the everlasting gratitude of the Republic of Korea and our people for the service that you and your countrymen have performed in restoring and preserving our freedom and democracy. We cherish in our hearts the memory of your boundless sacrifices in helping us reestablish our free nation. In grateful recognition of your dedicated contributions, it is our privilege to proclaim you an ambassador for peace. With every good wish of people of the Republic of Korea, let each of us reaffirm our mutual respect and friendship that they may endure for generations to come. Minister, the Patriots and Veterans Affairs Office of the Republic of Korea, and the chairman of the Korean Veterans Association, Republic of Korea. And as you can see here, it's also transcribed in Korean language with the imprint of those officers that are there. I'm going to try and do this, so why don't you step right over here. And we also just, again, as a little additional sort of certificate or recognition of your service and story, we brought a flag which was flown over the U.S. Capitol with a certificate, again, verifying the fact that it was done in recognition of Ernie Maynard and his amazing service to our country. So, thank you very much. If his family wants to come up and join him to have some pictures taken, I think, it would be a good opportunity to have him come up. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is my family.
tortured it long enough. Okay. So I know we have some media here. If people want to talk to them individually, I mean, I think we're done as far as the formal proceedings here. We got a little bit of, snacks here in case people want to spend a few minutes and with him and his family. So thank you all for being here today, and thank you again, Ernie.
Thank you,
All right.
sir.
Okay.
Appreciate it. I don't know how